And for today's interview, we get to go down to South Dakota, and I've had this gentleman on before, but he's another fun guest, Mr. Tommy the Tank Nichols out of Watertown, South Dakota. How are you doing, Tommy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. The weather's been pretty good, so I've been like ready for racing, although knowing that I'm not going to a racetrack, I'm like, I have a little bit more time to get all my things in order.
Yeah, I know it's coming up fast, and the time in the shop is dwindling down, and now we're thrashing last minute. I wouldn't say last minute, but trying to get stuff done so we can go racing ourselves. So
Yeah, and of course, I haven't been down to South Dakota in a while, but I assume the weather's been pretty good down there as well.
yeah, I'm not a fan of the weather right now. I want it to be one or the other. It's either 60 degrees out, or then the next day it's 25 or 30, and I'm one guy that likes just one or the other. So if it's gonna be cold, or be warm, and I think it's time to be warm.
I would agree with that. It's kind of the time of the year too, where it's like, hey, you got a 60, 70-degree day, but it includes like 20 to 25 miles an hour of wind.
Oh, yeah, and the wind has been terrible here the last month and a half, 2 months. So when it's a nice day out, it still feels like it's 40 degrees. So that's not fun.
No, but race season's on the horizon, and excited to get to talk racing with you. Of course, if you are checking in or watching, feel free to say hi. If you have a comment or a question for Tommy, drop it in the comments below, like Mr. Jeremy Bloom out of Wisconsin checking in, saying hi to the both of us. And so, hope that you get to enjoy the start of racing season as well, Jeremy, over in Wisconsin. So it's been a little bit since we chatted on here, Tommy. What's been your life like the last couple of years, whether it's behind the wheel or not?
Oh, it's been hectic but fun. Been promoted as an uncle now, so I'm a two-time uncle now as of last month. So that's been fun. Had a few stays in the hospital, so that was all right, but not enjoyable. Had to miss racing for a month last year, and we've picked up a few wins along the way, and I finally broke the curse of winning when you're there. So that's been good.
It took a while to get through that curse for sure. Every
Yeah, I
time.
usually knew I was going to win the next week if you were there. That's usually how it was going for a while, but I think you got a couple of them now, so that's cool.
Yeah, we got that out of the way, and now you're kind of one of the hot shoes down at Casino Speedway in the Watertown area. So, what's that kind of been like over the last couple of years to kind of know that you're going to be competing for wins on a weekly basis?
Yeah, it's been different. Last year was a pretty good year for me in Watertown alone. I picked up 4 wins, and it's been fun, and it's been stressful at the same time. I wasn't used to starting seventh the race every night with their format, but hopefully this year it goes a little better, and with redraw every night. So hopefully that'll help me out a few times. But I really want to put this out there. We need to get more cars in Watertown. That place is so badass, and the car count in the B mod class, it was hit or miss, and man, it's a lot of fun. And I know, like, with my brother being gone and Derek Reek and a few other of those guys, we're gonna be down a few cars. So I need to put it out there to get some more cars to Watertown. I know it's a Sunday night, but man, it's a lot of fun. And Todd and Vicky Good and all them out there, they do a heck of a job with the racetrack, and they bust their butts. And I get to see a little bit of the inside of that. I work for Todd, and so I see all the stuff he does, and he's loves racing. He puts a lot of effort in. He's on the Wasota board, and so it'd be cool to see a lot of people go out and support that guy, him and his wife.
I'm glad you made that call because, yeah, there's like, it's one of my favorite tracks to go to. And granted, it is on a Sunday night, so it's on the tail
Yeah,
end of people's like 2, 3 night weekends. It may be
yeah,
like, but the racing there is so excellent on a weekly basis that I mean, I love to see a good solid field every week.
yeah, for sure. I'm gonna miss having Mike not around there. It seemed like we were battling each other for the win quite a bit last year, and I was able to sneak one out from him last year, right at the end of the year before he decided he wants to retire, and so that was pretty cool. I mean, that was honestly probably one of my coolest wins I have to date. Was it was hard in a way. I didn't want to pass him, but I was like, man, I haven't got very many opportunities to pass my brother for a win. So I'm sorry, Mike, but I'm taking this one from you. But yeah, I like I said, I can't stress enough. I really hope people would travel, and like I know I'm fortunate enough. It's a half a mile from my shop and all that stuff. But it's a beautiful racetrack, and like I said, it's very fun. And if you like a little racetrack with a little fender bender here or there, come join us. And the biggest thing out of that deal is a lot of people always say, I don't want to go wreck my stuff. I don't want to do tin work. If you go into the mindset that you're going to wreck stuff, you probably are. But if you don't go in with that mindset, I think you're going to be just okay. Lindsey Hansen, he used to say that a little bit, and then he decided to come, and now he loves this place. And he raced here weekly 2 years ago, I think it was, and we had a lot of good battles there too. So I think people just need to come out and try it, and I think they'll change their thought of what they think of it.
Well, that's perfect timing because Lindsay just commented that Watertown will be the most fun anyone's ever had in a race car.
Yep, yep, yeah. Lindsay, he knows that man, we had a lot of fun times in the B mods when he was there. I think he needs to get back in one.
You know, I wouldn't be too
I do
disappointed if that
know.
happened either.
Yeah, what's up?
I wouldn't be disappointed if he did that either.
I know. I think he needs to take that IMCA motor out and go buy a B mod, and he'll have some more fun.
Hey, Lindsay, heed words of advice from Mr. Tommy Nichols here. Speaking of
Yeah.
feature wins, Jeremy was asking how many feature wins are you kind of looking to get in 2025? Do you have a set goal in mind on what you want to do?
Well, the guy that usually steals most of them from me that I race against every night, he won't be there at all. So that opens my percentage up maybe a little more. Every year I kind of set out at one goal, and obviously the first goal is to not wreck anything, but my second goal is I always like to do one or two more better than I did the year previous. And so last year was my best year with 4 wins. So I would like to get five, but I want to aim at 10. I know that's a big shot or a big goal, but it'd be cool to get a 10 win season. Watching my brother all those years, he did that quite a bit. So if it'd be cool to say I could do that, that's my goal. Is for sure 5, 10 would be good.
That's a good goal. And I was kind of looking at your My Race Pass from last year, and I forgot that you were out for a few weeks, so that kind of makes sense why the race count was down. But you kind of
Yeah.
focused mainly on Watertown and I-94. Is that kind of the similar plan going into this year?
With two race cars, it's a lot of work, and we like to have fun when we do it. We don't want to go to the racetrack and be stressed out. And everybody up at I-94, Don Shaw, Kiana Shaw, everybody up there, they welcome us like it's our home track. So it's been a no-brainer to go up there every Friday night. And so I think we were planning on going there this weekend, but we've had some stuff come up, and so we're gonna sit out one more weekend. I think that's fine. I don't want to go in and rush it. But I would like to go race a little bit everywhere this year. I want to go over to Aberdeen a few times, Montevideo on Friday nights. I'll definitely hit up Fergus because I need laps there, and that's the one racetrack I struggle at the most. There's one night where I could be leading it, the next night I'm getting laps. So I need a lot of laps there, and I mean, it like I ask all these people that are the Tyler Petersons and the Trevor Nelsons, all them, like it takes some time, and so I want to get as many laps as I can there, but I also want to go adventure out a little more this year. So like Sunday nights, I'll be in Watertown every Sunday night. You won't miss me there. Um, Saturday's a toss up between Madison and Miller. Miller, I've had some good luck there. Madison, I've only raced a few times, but it's a really nice racetrack, really fun. So I'd like to get up there. I'd really like to get to Ogilvy. I've never been there before. It's a super nice facility. I've been there to watch, never been there to race. So I'd like to get that one off, but we just got to kind of play it by ear, and I'm sure you'll see me at some places. I mean, heck, last year we made it all the way out to Oklahoma, so we got our butts kicked a little bit, but it was still a great time with the family, and yeah. So who knows where we'll end up this year? But like I said, every Sunday in Watertown.
Almost sounds like a schedule that I would do because I don't really have a set like home track. I just kind of roam around wherever the wind takes me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we don't like. I mean, we raced for Mike won the points in I-94 2 years ago, and we didn't even go into the year planning on that. We just they usually have a few double headers right away at the beginning of the year, and a double header is a lot easier on with two cars and one rig, so you can just go there and not have to go back and forth. And so we hit those up the first few weeks, and next thing you know, Mike was leading points, and so we're like, well, we both like this place. We need more laps, and Mike had been struggling. He's won everywhere but that place, and he ended up knocking off like 3 or 4 wins that year. So it just made it fun, and so yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I just Fergus is just a badass place, and I just really need to figure it out.
Yeah, it's nice that Mike kind of got that monkey off his back, and I have to give him a little bit of grief because I think there was, I don't know if he had gotten his first win there at one point, but I think he was leading, and unfortunately, banana peel appeared on in the middle of turns one and two.
Yeah, yeah, that's I'll never forget that. I overheated that night, so I had to pull in the infield, and I was watching. I got out of my race car because I know how bad he wanted that, and literally took the white flag going into turn one and two, and I don't know what happened, but um, that one was a tough one for him. But he overcame it, and he was actually really good there that year, and ended up. I think that was the same year he might have flipped the night at the 100
Oh
and then
yes,
won the next night. So yeah, he had some good luck there, and he overcame that one for sure. So
it's all about overcoming adversity in the sport of racing. You never have like a perfect season.
yeah, I wish I could, and yeah, but yeah, for sure, it's tough, and like I like going out and racing the competition. Over into the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, you got a lot of those really tough guys, and nothing to take away from South Dakota. You got your hitters, the 4, 5, 6, 7 cars, but I mean, you go over to Fergus on a Friday night, and there's 35, 40 cars, and 30 of them could win at any given moment. So that's what I like to do and that's why you see me all over the place. But like Aberdeen, I love that place too, and that's one place that I need to get a win at too because I didn't do the same thing as Mike, but I led 14 3/4 laps out of 15 and got passed by Scott Benz, so that one's still eating at me. So that'd be a cool place to win at too. But yeah, they're all tough, and hopefully we can get a few more wins at different tracks this year.
Well, we got a lot of people tuning in, including Vonnie Riley saying hi.
Oh, that's my grandma.
Got fellow Team Gold Chain Motorsports member Chase Gelling checking in.
Yeah, he's we need to get him out and about too. He started going out to Fergus and stuff, and man, it's been fun to be able to race with him too a lot. We grew up. I met him probably third or fourth grade in the pit area when I was going with my brother, and we became like brothers. And so it's been fun to. We both started racing at the same time, and obviously he's got a little bigger thing going on. He's got a late model, and but yeah, what I need to happen is I need to win where he is too some night. I've never done that either.
Oh yes, that
Yeah.
that'd be an interesting celebration in the pits afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Lindsay's got a question for you.
Oh boy, this
He's
could be interesting.
It could be. With your brother retiring, does Tom have any free time from doing tires all week, or can he drop his off for you to work on?
That's the one thing that I'm going to enjoy the most is not doing 16 tires after every race. But Lindsay, you can come over and use my tire stand. That's about all I got for you.
Well, that's the best I could do for you, Lindsay. Kind of got to take whenever you can get some sort of help. So, Jeremy has a question too, kind of regarding racetracks, and you mentioned Ogilvy is a track you haven't been to, and typically your last race of the year is like the Autumn Classic in Watertown, correct?
Yeah, this was the first year I ventured out. I went to Fergus for that 2 day show they had in
That's
October.
right.
Yeah.
He's suggesting the top us at Ogilvy this year.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one that's one we've always talked about, and usually with two cars, we're so drained by the time the end of September comes that we've tried to go to Madison a few times just because Madison's 45 minutes from us, but maybe this year with one car, I can talk my mom and dad into doing that, going to a few of them end of the year specials.
Yeah, kind of get to experience a few more of those different races and mark those off the bucket list, so to speak.
Yeah, for
Ryan
sure.
Ryan Ost checking in. He can't wait for you to blow his doors off this year.
Oh God, he's one of the other guys with a crate too. So it's glad to see a few more of those out there. A lot of people think they're not good enough, but I think he's even proved that they're good enough to win too. I think he was kicking everybody's butt down in Aberdeen there a few nights last year, and
That's what I was going to say too. I mean, you're looking for a win in Aberdeen. That's one guy you're going to have to kind of fight for that.
I know. That's it's fun though. I get along good with Ryan. He just started. He just got into it too not too long ago. So me and Chase and Ryan and Lane Schweer and all them, they're and Jaron Webstead and all them. They're good. They're good people, and I get to race against most of them. So
Yeah, you get some good competition in the Midwest mods, pretty much no matter where you go, and so it's like
yeah,
8 to 10 cars can win, or sometimes even double that, depending on the track.
yeah,
And It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Jeremy's from the Wisconsin area. He's kind of over in the Menominee area, so Red Cedar Speedway. So that's on a
yep,
Friday night, which is a good distance for you. Have you ever
yeah.
thought about racing out in those neck of the woods?
Um, I'd love to. We talked about it last year, going out there for Memorial Day weekend, and I've been to Red Cedar Speedway before with my uncle Terry Riley and my boss Jason Good. We drove all the way. We went to what place races on Saturdays out there?
There's Rice Lake and Cedar Lake. Cedar Lake's
Yeah, I
on
think
section.
we went to Rice Lake. So we went to Red Cedar and Rice Lake, I believe. But I've only been there once. So yeah, they were a cool racetrack. So maybe I that's a long haul on a Friday, but luckily I don't work Fridays because I got a super cool boss that owns a racetrack, and he is on the Minnesota board, so he understands it a little bit. So maybe we'll make our way out there, but all my crew, they all have day jobs too, so it's kind of difficult to work those ones out.
Yeah, I suppose you got to make sure like the entire crew can kind of get that same time off too. Because I mean,
Yeah.
there's probably some race nights where you could probably do a lot more on your own, but it's probably beneficial to have your good help.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm pretty good buddies with Blake Adams, so I always give him crap that I'm gonna come up there and try and kick his butt. But that's pretty difficult. That kid's a wheelman, and obviously he just proved it a couple weeks ago. Second time in a modified, and he went and kicked those boys' butts. But yeah, so maybe we'll make it out there, but that's a low chance of making it out there. That's a good pull. So and the tough part about it is you go out there and you got to be back to Watertown on Sunday night, so you drive all the way through the night to go get up early in the morning and work on your stuff, and then do it all over again Sunday, and then have to wake up at 5:30 to go to work on Monday. Sometimes those aren't too fun.
Ah, man, good thing your Sunday track is like a half hour from your shop because 5:30 in the morning would suck.
Yeah, yeah. We when we went to the two shows in Lisbon, the one was on a Monday, and the one was on a Sunday when they had the Rebel Tour finale races, and so that we've experienced it a few times, but those were good reminders on why I enjoy Watertown on a Sunday night.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, I mean it's a 2 hour drive for me from going from
Yeah,
Watertown back to Fargo, and so it's usually not. I usually get back before midnight most nights,
yeah,
and so it's not too bad. I don't. And thankfully, I don't have to be to work at like 5:36 in the morning. That would not work.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, you might be in a bit of trouble if the 36W comes down to Aberdeen on that Friday night.
Yeah, Jaron, I always like to give him a good time too. He's the first time I ever met him and Lane Schweers because we both were all in the same pile up, and I went over to apologize for it. It wasn't even my fault, but I felt bad because I think I even bent Lane Schweers' car that night. That's how hard I hit him. That's where I met them, and yeah, Jaron, he just texted me the other day asking if I'm gonna come to Fergus, and I'm gonna have to let him down and tell him I won't be there. So everybody, watch out for the 36 car. I've seen him win it in Fergus a few times. So
Yeah, I almost want to say he won either the season opener there a couple weeks or a couple years ago, or one of the first races. So he's won there, so he's pretty quick.
yes, yep, yep.
Andy Rosso checking in, fellow South Dakotan. Hope to see you soon, Andy, as well. Hi to my
Yeah,
aunt
he's
Glory, also checking
Andy
in. Oh,
Rosso's my
Ryan's got a
shop
good
neighbor
question.
now, so that's pretty cool.
What's that?
Andy Rosso, he's my shop neighbor now. He's got a shop two doors down from us. Him and Jason Marco, they both are out of the same shop now. So yeah, I get to see
Okay,
Andy
so we won't
more.
have any surprise cats at the racetrack anymore, Andy.
Uh-oh.
Well, there it was like 3 or 4 years ago. There was a cat that ended up, I think, on Andy's trailer, and so I think they ended up having to put it on a leash, and it was just sitting in Lindsay Hansen's trailer all night because he's got like 20 cats on his farm.
I'm surprised Lindsay didn't just bring it home.
I told him, I'm like, hey, it was such a friendly cat. It wasn't doing anything, wasn't making any noise. It was just sitting there enjoying life.
That's funny.
Andy's saying Red Bull and sunflower seeds will get you home.
Yeah, yeah, that usually does the trick. I gotta lay off the energy drinks on the weekend. I drink those during the week when I get up early.
Oh, okay. Thankfully, I've stayed away from energy drinks for now, and I hope to.
Yeah, hopefully my heart doctor's not listening.
Yeah, you probably have visited him and consulted with him enough for a good while.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
So we kind of talked about this earlier, but Ryan Ost is asking if you're going to be the new H2O Town people's champ now that your brother has retired, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's the one goal I have also set is to keep that going. I was able to pick him off 2 years ago for one, but he always has that. I was gone for a night because he was his first son was getting born. But if you go do the math and the calculations, even if he won that night, I still would have beat him. So I can hold that against him too. But yeah, so I think between Mike and I think we've cleaned out the last 5 years there. So it'd be cool to keep that one going and keep the fans on their toes. I know they don't enjoy us too much winning anymore. So it's kind of fun when we do win.
Man, I don't know about that because anytime I hear a Nichols in victory lane, there's still quite a few cheers from the stands.
Yeah, we just have the loud ones that oversee the other ones that that like to run their mouth. But no, it's a good time, and that stuff that keeps me going to and aggravates me to do even better the next week. So it's all fun and games, and yeah. So
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of rivalry and kind of friendly competition going on throughout the race season to make it fun too.
exactly, yeah, yeah.
Well, since we got a second before we get a few more comments rolling in, who's all joining you as far as sponsors and who's part of your crew on the 28 team?
Yeah, I was just going through that and double checking because I added a few more this year. So I'll start out with Fiberglass Specialties out of Watertown. Bob Snell, he's been with me for this will be the seventh year now. Fibers or Fast Lane Car Wash and Donnie Shots Racing, Donnie and the whole gang up there in Fargo. They've been with us for a really long time, and so that's cool. I gotta thank them. Olson Custom Farms, Chad Olson, Charlie Olson, they race. They've been on board with me for 7 years too. Riley Repair, Terry. I'm fortunate enough to he's my aunt, uncle Terry and Amy. They've been with me. Get to race against him here and there when he pulls his car out. He's a semi-retired driver as well, and we convinced him to get back into it. So that's been pretty fun. Sonnenberg Construction, automatic transmission and gear, roadside gas, the pit stop Kirby and Judy. I'm sure a lot of people know them. They're on the one TPO and the 6T car. They've been with us for a lot of years now, and man, they're probably two of my biggest fans between me, Tyler, and Joey and Mike at the time. I think if they could have a shirt with all of us on it, they'd probably have it. And then Clayt's Electric, they're new this year. They were with Mike, and they were with Mike the last couple of years, and they're good friends. And so they were gracious enough to move over to my car this year, along with Pyroholic Fireworks. They were with Mike as well, and they moved over to me. They got some good fireworks, so during the 4th of July, go hit them up. Steve O's Tavern, he's a good friend of ours that moved over from Mike as well. So Mike retiring picked me up a few more sponsors, so it worked out good. And then Quick Car, Paul McMahon, he hooks us up with some gauges every year, and K1 Gray Skier with the fire suits to make us look good. Swift Springs, and then last year we also just picked up Bell helmets they worked with us, and so I just got my helmet painted last year as well, so that looks pretty cool. Dynamic Driveline, they've been with us for 5 years now, 4 years. And then we got Bodies by Van Dyke Horse. He built Mike Van Dyke Horse. He does a lot of the street stock bodies. He does a very good job. Takes his time and everything looks good. I hear a lot of compliments about his stuff. So and then Dave Kane Racing. Dave and all them up there. We bought our car from him. He does all our shocks. And then new this year, which isn't out there yet, and I'm excited to work with Jacob Kane over at Kane Designs and Wraps to get the 28 looking badass. So I'm excited for that one. And then, of course, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without my mom and dad. They put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time, money, and I'm very thankful for them. And then my brother Mike and his wife Amanda, and their two sons, my nephews. Man, that being an uncle has been the coolest thing ever. Maddox, he's almost 2 now, so he's into the stage where he's starting to learn names, and so you got to be careful what you say around him. And man, it's just a good time. And then Wells Thomas, they honored me and giving him his middle name is my name, so that was a cool surprise. Yeah, I love being an uncle, and so that's cool. My girlfriend Rihanna, been with her for a year now. She supports me and comes to all my races and puts up with all the pissed off Tom moments after the races when I don't do very well. Her mom, Jenny, and her stepdad Dave, and then I got to give a huge shout out to Blair Boomsma. He's one of my very good friends. He used to come with us here and there, and last year he really stepped up the game, and he came with us quite a bit. And with two cars, that's huge help. Me and Mike and my dad, we can only do so much, and Blair's in there to whatever you do to ask, he's there, and that's very. I appreciate him. I'm excited to have him come with us again this year once he's done working. He's into the agri work stuff, whatever that's called. So he's busy right now. And then Trevor Nelson, I'm sure a few of you know him. He can
Never
wheel a
heard
race
of her.
car. Yeah, Trevor Nelson and his crew, Crab and all them. They're good friends of ours, and they throw in some help here and there whenever we get in a jam or vice versa. So I'm excited to go racing. Maybe go a little more with Trevor this year. We need to get him a national title, that's for sure. He's been so close, and needs to get over 30 shows. That's the big saying. I need to hit my 30 shows from Trevor. And then Todd and Jason and Jeremy Good at B&G. They allow me to go racing when I want. They're pretty lenient on my work schedule when it comes to the racing stuff. So that's very cool. They powder coat all of our stuff, our race cars, our chassis, our bumpers, all our parts that need to get powder coated. And who else do I got here? I got to give a shout out to Joey Thomas. I said he would. We got a running joke. We're the 69 track champs here in Watertown together. I've gotten to know Joey pretty good over the last few years. Him and his whole crew, Tanner, Howie, Sean, all them. Yeah, I think that wraps up all the people that support me, and I thank every one of them, and I definitely could not do it without them.
Yeah, you got a lot of great people in your program. Mike Van, of course, checking in, saying thanks, and I agree. He does some great work on the bodies.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool. He's got a wide variety of them all over the place. I know he's been talking about a few up in North Dakota. He's got a few up in Wyoming area, and he's got them all over the place. So it's pretty cool to represent him, and he puts a lot of effort into it, and I appreciate it. So looking good. If I can't be fast, I got to look fast, right? So
That is true. Lindsay,
yeah.
Lindsay, with a couple funny comments coming in. So of course you are your family's really close with the Shots family, so it's like no wonder why you guys win so much.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we need to get Don back to victory lane too. I know they've been trying their hardest with the Chevy Ford stuff, and I know a lot of people might not believe me, but that guy can still wheel a race car. And when they figure it out, I think a lot of those guys should watch out. But things have changed a lot in the last 10 years with the sprint car world, and if you don't have a right foot and if you can't control your right foot and your car, you better watch out because that's what it seems like nowadays is who can go the fastest for 30 laps straight. And obviously right now David Gravel's on top of the world, so or when Kyle Larson shows up. So
Yeah. And if Trevor Nelson's watching, I'm not sure Lindsay's comment of you having Viking colors boding well for a national championship.
yeah, that means he'll probably make it up to the second or third on a run and fumble it. So no, we that's a typical Vikings thing. But we don't worry about the Vikings. We put that off. We worry about Billy Moyer. He made that thing fast. So I think Trevor will make it fast.
Yeah, he's gonna get his share of wins this year for sure.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you won't be out at the track this weekend, but for the following weekend, probably gonna be racing somewhere at least.
You actually might still see me pop into Fergus on Friday. I think I'm gonna go. It depends on if Trevor goes or not. He's still up in the air, so
Okay.
I'm sure I'll still be in Fergus on Friday, no matter what. I think I'll probably go watch, but if Trevor's there, I'll ride up with him, go help him wrench on his car, and then the following weekend, I think we're planning on hitting up Aberdeen on Friday, and then Miller the following day, as long as I don't wreck anything. So as long as the
Makes sense.
24X or the 36 don't wreck me, I'll be good. Hopefully we can make Miller.
Well, this is a great question considering what may happen on opening weekend. How many noses have you built? This is from Lindsay for the opening
Lindsay, I
weekend.
don't even want to hear it. I shouldn't even say this, and my dad's probably going to be pissed that I do. But I've had my struggles with nose pieces. I don't know if anybody's ever done it, but I can tell you I have. I killed two noses in one night, my heat race and my feature, and the one was used and the other one was brand new. So and my Mike and my dad were out in Wyoming racing for national points, and I had to stay back because I had college, and so it was just me, my mom, and Blair, and on an open trailer in Watertown. And when my dad got back, he had a pile of noses to put back together. But the thing my dad probably doesn't want me to say, but I'm going to say it because I am kind of proud of it. I've had the same front bumper on for the last 2 years, but I was prepared because I've been talking about it. I built seven this year because I'm sure I'll need all seven of them after I've been talking about it.
I would say it's good to be prepared for those moments. Although now with Mike retiring, does that mean that there's kind of another car as a backup
Yeah,
potentially?
I've always told people I'm gonna start racing everybody how they race. So I got a spare car. It's all jokes aside. No, that's Mike's car. If I get in a jam or something, I'm sure he'd probably allow me to race it. But it's it's still sitting there with his number on it, everything. So whenever he's ready to go, I'll put air in his four tires and grind them for him, and go pick up the open trailer, and he can come racing with us. So I hope we see him a few times. He's it's gonna be weird without Mike, man. He's like a he's my best friend, and we've really gotten close the last couple years, and so that's the hardest part is. But I know between me, my mom, dad, girlfriend, Blair, we'll make it fun, and hopefully I can get Mike to come crew chief a couple nights for me this year. Maybe get him back in the seat a couple times and see if we can battle it out again.
Yeah, I was going to ask that too. I'm like, I don't like the retirement word, especially for a guy Mike's age. I'm like, I can't foresee him like sitting out the entire year. He's got to get scratch that itch at some point.
Hey, to be honest with you, race car drivers they never really retire until they physically can't drive a car anymore. Because I think Nate Heinrich was in retirement mode too for a while, and now he's back wide open. And maybe he wasn't retired, but I know there's a few handful of people that were retired. Both my uncles were retired at one time, and now well, the other one went back into retirement for now. Well, maybe we can get him back out again, but. Uh, I think we'll see him pop in. I'm gonna try my hardest to see if he can come out for a couple nights. So maybe we'll get him back to the 100 or something. I'm sure my dad's probably thinking, no, there's more work for us, but no, it'll be a good time.
You're there the entire week. You don't have to travel anywhere from day to day. It'll be fine, Lanny.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. The biggest thing is hopefully the prices of stuff can stay there and not keep skyrocketing because it's getting expensive, and I think you're going to see that a lot this year with people not racing as much, other than the few people that go for national points every year and the people that have a pocketbook. So
Yeah, that is true. And so Jeremy popped in with a question. This is kind of be a fun one to end with. So you've been in the Midwest Modified division as long as I've known you. Do you have any
yeah,
aspirations to go into any other different classes, or do you have a goal of what class you may want to get to, or are you comfortable in
yeah.
Midwest Mods?
The word I just said before you started talking, pocketbook, that's got to get a little bigger. No, stuff's so expensive, and we're just set up so well for Midwest Modifieds. We have everything. I mean, the few parts that you maybe run out of here and there. We got two and a half cars, I guess now, because we have three cars, one's bent, so that one's just sitting as a bare frame. But it's just set up. We got everything, like I said, and so I would love to race the modified someday if if I can afford it. But like I said, why would I mean? Obviously, you're going broke racing, but why go broke to the point where you can't afford to do anything? And so I'm happy where I'm at. Like a lot of people ask me, why don't you move up to a modified? Well, here's the answer. I don't want to move up to a modified till I can say I had a successful season of kicking everybody's ass, and I don't see that coming in the for a while. I mean, I get my few wins here or there, but like a 20 win season or something like that, or where I'm up there maybe national point wise if I race enough. But that's what I want is just one good year, and maybe I'll think about it if it's there. But yeah, so there's my answer. A modified would probably be it.
Well, and because Jeremy's wondering if you would ever consider racing the Gateway Dirt Nationals if you got into a modified.
Oh, absolutely, I would. I would. I'd probably bring the bent car that we have and put it together to go to that thing and run it like Tyler Urban, not give a hell. So, yeah, that's the way you got to race at that place. And you're not there to make friends. You're there to collect the check at the end of the day and say you won that race. So I think you can see that out of a lot of people's their attitudes when they go there. I was fortunate enough to go with Joey Thomas 2 years ago, and so it's a badass place. And I'm telling you, anybody that can have the chance to go there, do need to go there. So it's fun. So if I got the opportunity, I would. So Jeremy, if you got a car, I'd be willing to race it there for you.
Well, and since you race in Watertown, it's probably the closest comparison you could get to racing at the Dome.
Yeah, that year well, I mean, everybody tried to get TPO into the Dome for a lot of years, and that year he finally got there, and he went there and he ended up kicking everybody's butt. So yeah, and the one of the things I remember out of his interview is he thanked Casino Speedway and for preparing him. He raced there weekly, and man, yeah, so definitely you can kind of you can compare it to Casino Speedway, and so yeah, maybe I'd be all right, but I guarantee you I probably won't have any decking left, and got to ask Lindsey Hansen how his Dome season went when he went there. I know he didn't make any friends, and maybe had a few number ones thrown out there, and it was a good time. I was there for that one.
From the only thing I remember from Lindsay is he was a good cheerleader. I remember he was a good cheerleader in the infield.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think his car was on the tow hook after he got ran over, and yeah, no, it's a cool event, and it surprises me when people bring brand new race cars to that place because I guarantee you they're nowhere near close to brand new after the weekend at the Dome.
No, no, that's definitely a race that you don't want to bring your totally best stuff to
Yeah,
necessarily.
no,
Well,
yeah,
I appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule to talk with us and get to know you a little bit more. Your dad checked in saying that Mike Necker actually retired. He just stepped back for a while. So,
yeah, yeah. There you go. I like I said, hopefully we can see him soon out out here at the racetrack, and yeah,
excellent. Well, I hope we will see you down in Watertown in just a couple of weeks whenever I get down there. Of course, I won't be at a racetrack this weekend, so enjoy
yeah.
wherever you end up, and looking forward to seeing how well and how many wins you get in 2025.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on here. It's good to get the sponsors out there, the the people that help me do this. So I'm excited. I know we're very close, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And everybody else that's watching.
You got it. Everyone who's racing or traveling, be safe, have fun. See you next week for a full weekend of racing. We'll be back for another interview as well. Have a great rest of the night, everyone.